No Huntsville. No Huntsville.
Welcome to another episode of the No Huntsville Show.
The show about arts and culture in Huntsville, Alabama. I am Daniela.
And I am Tom. Welcome.
Welcome.
Everybody. How are you?
I'm great.
You look bright today.
I have a bright and sunshiny outlook today. Yes.
I like that.
You could see me from like across the state.
Let me say you this. You were glowing today.
Oh shucks. Yeah. On that note,
Yeah, let's turn it over.
we are joined by a regular,
Yes.
our very favorite Robert Daniel. Round of applause.
I'm going to applaud myself.
Yeah.
I've earned
There.
it.
Yeah,
Our-
with Lowe Mill Arts and Entertainment.
And our connection to the great art galleries that Robert helps put on. I mean,
Yeah.
they're pretty amazing, and that's
We
why.
stan.
Well, that's why he's a regular on here, is because of all the information and these galleries that bring in these wonderful artists from everywhere. That's the cool thing. It's not
yeah.
just local, which
You're
we
getting
do,
stuff you
which
can't
we
see
which
every
we
day
do
of
have
the
great local artists, but. He scours the nation and other places to find these great artists and brings them here, and it's always a wonderful time. So that's why we like to have you on.
A lot of it is about creating that balance because, you do want to highlight some local folks.
Right.
But you do want to bring in some new folks.
Well, you want to
from outside of
elevate the
town.
art sort of level here in Huntsville altogether, right? And you do that
yeah.
by bringing in different art, and getting different voices and getting different styles in here, and that's what you do so well.
I'm excited about this show. Elia posted a photo on his Instagram of one of the downstairs galleries, and it was like almost like a mural. It was like a mural that took
Yeah,
up the whole wall,
basically.
and I audibly gasped. It was so gorgeous. I was on my phone at work, like, but not at work, like on my lunch break or something like that.
Sure.
Yeah, we just finished tweaking,
one.
hanging
That one
that this morning. Sean and I did. That is Julia Curran.
Okay.
Well, we're going to start with her. She's one of the outlaw printmakers, which is a group of printmakers who do stuff outside of the norms, kind of renegades, just a little
Yeah, yeah.
bit,
Breaking the rules.
push the boundaries. So Julia definitely fits in with those folks. And I believe this was her master thesis project from a few years back, and it's so big that she doesn't really get a chance to display it. So when she had the opportunity, it's like, let's do it. Let's put it up.
cool.
And that's print.
It's collages and prints and mixed media and all kinds
Wow.
of craziness. And it's, you really got to experience that.
I
Yeah,
love
so in case
that.
anybody's wondering right now, we're looking at the Lowe Mill Arts and Entertainment page on Facebook, and under their event. What's that?
I was saying, throw it up on the screen.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, it's going to be right here. But anyway, there's an events page created for this, so you can go see some of this art that we're talking about.
Yeah, Julia's came down. She drove down Saturday because she's a teacher and she's teaching 5 classes, so she had to get back to St. Louis. But she's
Wow.
from St. Louis,
Okay.
Missouri. And she drove all the way down with all her stuff, and we hung Saturday night and got doing some final tweaking.
Nice.
So wonderful printmaking, collage, weirdness, just it's really cool.
Awesome.
And she's going to be coming back Friday for the opening, which is from 6 to 8 p.m. open studio night.
That's right.
So she'll be there Friday, and then also she's going to be there Saturday doing a relief printmaking workshop from 10
wow.
a.m. to 5 p.m., which is $100 for an all-day workshop.
Wow.
All materials included. So there's still time to sign up.
Okay.
So you can go to lowmill.net and find it on our calendar.
Okay.
And then at 5 p.m., she will be giving one of our Meet the Maker artist talks
Nice.
in her gallery space, like with that big mural
Oh.
as a backdrop, and that's free and open to the public. So you can pay and take a all-day workshop and then hear her talk, or you can just come and hear her talk for free.
Wow.
Nice.
So who else? You guys, you have different 7, 8, 6?
Seven
different
yeah,
galleries?
7.
Awesome. So who else can we expect?
Well, I just finished right before I came here hanging with the Alabama plein air artists. And for those not familiar, plein air basically means you paint outside. So they take their
In the
little
plein air.
easels and their paints, and they go and they paint stuff. So this is a show that has traveled all throughout the state, and we're the last stop of 10 museums and gallery spaces that it's been on. And it's called Alabama Then and Now, 1819 to 2019. So it's like a 200-year, and it's like legit, like the 200-year bicentennial Alabama folks have the stamp of approval.
Oh, really?
So yeah,
Wow.
it's 30 paintings from artists throughout the state who have like painted a little section of their world, and yeah, it's pretty
That's
cool.
really cool.
And they also have next to the painting is like a description of what's going on. So
Okay.
yeah, that's going to be a wonderful one.
I love that.
Okay.
Then next we have in the second floor connector our very own Dennis Potter, who
Yeah.
is big on fashion and fiber arts.
Nice.
So if you're into that, then Dennis is the guy. And they're also he works a lot with Inside Out Studios, and they're going
Oh,
to be
very
doing
cool.
a fashion show in the middle of October.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
Very
that's
good. Very good.
awesome.
So
Those guys are
Dennis
cool.
is having he wanted his show to be up while the fashion show was going on. So
Okay.
that's Dennis bringing the fashion. Then we have Gokten Altman Matthews, who
What
is
a-
another Lowe Mill tenant.
I love that name.
And Zeynep Isabel Matthews. And Gokten she's a ceramicist, and she's been with Lowe Mill for 10 years now.
Yeah.
She's one of the original third floor artists when we opened that up in
Wow.
2009. And Zeynep is her daughter, who I believe is 6 or 7.
Oh, she's the one right when you get out of the elevator.
Yes.
Straight ahead. I love her work.
And so she approached me about doing a show, and she wanted Zeynep to have a show. And I was like, well, where are you coming from with this? Because everybody thinks their kid is the best artist in the world.
Right.
But Zeynep is wonderful, and she's like a sponge. So the basic premise is like, here's a young girl who has literally grown up in Lowe Mill, like with all
Yeah.
these artists around her
Wow.
influencing. And so she's got some work that Zeynep has done that was influenced by some of the other tenants, but then they collaborated on some work where Zeynep has done like a drawing, and Gokten has made a ceramic piece based on Zeynep's drawing. So it's this
wow.
wonderful
That's really
combination.
special.
It's-
That's cool.
it is a wonderful thing to see. And that's
like
in the
that.
third floor East Gallery, which is right by Gokten's space.
How old is Zeynep?
I think she goes to Randolph.
Okay.
So
she's
I
still
think
pretty
6th
young,
or 7th
but-
grade school, definitely not middle school yet.
Okay.
so.
Wow. All right. And who else?
Julia Curran, we already talked about
Yeah.
Julia, and then Catherine Sando, and I love Catherine Sando. When I took this position, I said, I want to get Catherine Sando out here.
And you made
because
it happen.
I made it happen. She finished hanging today, and she's staying at an Airbnb right in 5 Points right now. And I
Nice.
told her, walk around and get something to eat and enjoy. She is from Savannah, Georgia, and she was one of my professors when I went to SCAD.
Oh, is that
Wow.
And I was actually, we were talking, and I was actually in the last year that she teached. She's been a just full-time artist
Yeah.
since 2005 when I graduated. But her work is so strong, and she's a wealth of knowledge, and her paintings are wonderful, and she's a wonderful person. So, I mean, it's like really, really quality stuff. And she came all the way out from Savannah to be with
Awesome.
us.
Wow.
And I think this is her first time showing in Alabama. She
Oh,
does
is
a
that right?
lot in Savannah and
Wow.
Atlanta and the Georgia area and that whole coastal Atlantic coast. But she's.
Well, it sounds long past due. So
I
close.
pitched Huntsville. Well, I mean, it is. It is. St. Louis is closer than Savannah.
Oh, yeah, huh?
You think it's
Yeah, no
it's pretty
kidding.
close, but yeah, it's all the way.
All right.
But yeah, so Catherine is actually. I talked with some of the UAH professors because it's such a treat that we get someone so great as Catherine Sando that we wanted to see if we could do something with the UAH students. So one of the classes is going to come to the North Floor Gallery tomorrow at 3 p.m.
Nice.
And Catherine's going to do one of the Meet the Maker artist
yeah.
talks. But we decided, well, let's just open it up to the general public. Finally, we have Mike Matthews, and this is his very first show. He is a photographer, and he does a lot with the Nashville scene and some of the indie bands there that are playing, and he just had all these wonderful black and white photos of all these Nashville bands playing, and it's a wonderful show. So
Awesome.
we got painting, we got ceramics, we got fashion, we got printmaking, we got photography, we got people that have been making art for decades, and we got people who
Young
have
kids,
not even a
yeah.
decade old, and yeah, so yeah, we got St. Louis, Huntsville, Savannah. So yeah, we've got in the whole state of Alabama represented too.
That's awesome. Well, I always love this event because all the artists at Lowe Mill and who have studios there, they're there. You can go. You could chat with them in addition to seeing
Right.
all of the new galleries that have come in, and it's just a nice night. It always
Yeah.
has like a sense of occasion.
Right.
I enjoy it.
Yeah, and this Friday we will also have Tristan from Nashville on our dock playing music from 6 to 9.
Yeah, Concerts on the Dock is happening.
Concerts on the Dock is happening. So if you wanna, everything's free to attend. But if you wanna park in the parking lot, $5. So jam as many people as you can
Into your
into a
car.
car. So everybody's only paying 50 cents.
At
Yeah.
least 5 people.
Yeah, 5
Yeah.
people.
You can
that's
break it down
a
evenly
buck
like
a
that.
piece, you know? Yeah, we highly encourage carpooling.
That's
so.
awesome.
So yeah, there's gonna be a lot of great stuff going on.
Awesome.
All
Well,
right,
thank
so
you for being here.
yes, and more people can find it. Everybody can find more information at lowmill.net
Yep.
and also on Facebook.
Lowe Mill Arts
Come
on
out to
social.
Lowe Mill if you haven't been at the Lowe Mill. You're insane.
We say
You
this every
need
single
to
time.
go to Lowe Mill. It's awesome.
Yeah,
Um,
it's like really dumb if you've lived here for more than a couple of years and haven't been to
Yeah, you're
Lowe
straight
Mill
up
yet.
dumb.
There-
So
Like
let's just put it that way.
I know that was a really harsh thing for me to say, but I stand by it.
There's so much
Stand by
going
it.
on too that I always tell people, you know, you're gonna find something you like.
Mm-hmm.
You might
Yeah.
say, I don't really care about art. Why do I want to
It's
go to
so
art?
much more.
Do you care about whiskey? Do you care about records?
Do you care about chocolate?
You know,
Care about
exactly. I mean, there's going to be something that you see there, and you're going to be like, "That's
Yeah.
me. That's what I'm all about."
Yeah, and even the art itself, like, covers so many different genres.
Right.
If you're into music, you have like the Cigar Box Studio. They have the comic book guys, like tons of jewelry. It's just whatever. If you have any interest at all in your life, you'll go to Lowe Mill.
Yeah, and all,
Yeah, or else end it.
Well,
I mean,
no,
just seriously.
No. I just mean like they have like nerd culture is represented there.
Oh, yeah.
Fine art is represented there.
Right.
Culinary arts are represented there.
And the-
Music.
And we've got 152 studios with over 200 makers, and all these folks are local. Like we're the
Right.
only huge conglomeration where these are your neighbors. Like so,
Yeah.
when you think about where you're spending your money,
Yeah.
you're given
Support your neighbor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. We'll go there, do it. Otherwise, obviously, we'll just insult you on the internet.
And once again, the straight to ale trike will be there, so you can track it down
Oh yeah.
through the galleries. Yeah.
Oh,
Right
okay.
From gallery to gallery, and
Oh,
there will
nice.
there will be free snacks and waters and the straight to ale trike. So
Great.
There.
Done.
That's the icing on the cake. Thanks
Thank
for coming on
you.
the show again.
most definitely.
Keep coming back.
I will.
All right, let's do it.
No